You are now tuned in to the Red Spot Podcast. Give me more of that.
What's good? It's the Red Spot Podcast. I'm your host, Sunchild Beats, and we like to give you practical solutions to real problems. So let's get to it. Now, before we do, I'd like you to hit that like and that subscribe button for me. This helps me to continue to be able to bring these types of videos to you. And if you're looking to be a sponsor or perhaps just donate, send an email to redspotpodcast@gmail.com and somebody will get back to you. Now, the word or the question for today is marriage or divorce. Marriage or divorce. If you can give me the answer to this in the comments, that lets me know that you have watched the video. Anyway, let's get into it. News is going crazy. Obviously, it's because Trump has decided to take us into yet another war in which he promised not to do that. I think that was one of the many things that he promised and apparently lied about boldly. And he told us that they had already went over there and already pretty much leveled their whole nuclear program. And then he goes and tells us now that they need to go over there to do said thing that they said they already did. So that let us know that he was lying about this.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Then now we get breaking news where he's talking about, or not him per se, but they're saying that the supreme leader in Iran has been unalived at his compound. So apparently Trump had the military strike his compound. Now, I don't know how factual this is. I only know what the news covered and what the news said. But what I can say is this. There was already a stern warning that was given to Trump from China. And a lot of the times, I think that Trump, as America has done for so long, I think that they believe these other countries are just bluffing. They believe China, bluffing. They believe Russia, bluffing. And I don't know where America gathered such arrogance, but at some point you have to realize that you can be hit as well. And I think that's the question on a lot of people's mind, because every war has been fought on foreign soil. But who's to say that that reality won't happen for America? And the reason why this may happen is because we have poor leadership. First off, I know that the people that we practically begged not to vote for Donald Trump, the people that voted for Donald Trump because a lot of them shared the same views and the same code of ethics, until it came down to Trump showing his ugly hand and doing the same thing to them that has been done to everybody else.
Trump would stop World War III, and now he's standing on a pile of smoking rubble, shouting that it's someone else's fault. We're all sick and tired of it, and everyone I've talked to seems to have a case of serious buyer's remorse. Fox host Jessica Tarloff admitted it. College students who voted for Trump are already regretting it. They believed the pitch. Now they're watching the refund policy burn with the Constitution. Bottom line, Trump's promises are breaking down on contact with reality.
What am I going to do with a Trump phone? I don't need another phone bill. We didn't get a stimulus. We didn't get a DOGE check. We didn't get no debt relief. No help for rent. No help for your mortgage. No help for groceries. They won't raise our wages. They won't lower prices. We're fucking drowning in debt. But guess what we get? We get a Donald Trump phone. A phone gold-plated with Trump's picture on the back of it. I voted for him. Do I want a fucking Trump phone? No! I want some goddamn relief.
First, as long as it was everybody else who was being tormented by Trump, then it wasn't a problem. But then as soon as it became them being tormented by Trump, then it became an issue. So now I think the question on everybody's mind is, what's going to happen to this land that we just so happen to live in? What's going to happen here? Because the economy here is already suffering. And there are people here having to work 2 and 3 jobs and not raise their families as they are supposed to in order to survive. And I believe that that's one of the tactics that they may be using so that certain demographic of people don't keep creating children. That's not going to stop anything, but I think that in their mind, they slightly believe this to some degree. And to some degree, it may work. But overall, that's not going to work. The thing is like, instead of trying to take the population down, how about take down the government? How about take down the corrupt people in government? And I know that that would include Trump himself. But I mean, if you're a true leader, then you don't have a problem with showing proper leadership. Proper leadership is showing people to stand on business and to stand on what you have created. Stand behind your product. And that's exactly what it is that Trump should do, in my opinion. Of course, we know that he's not going to do that. And of course, we know that now he's in war mode. And this mug would do anything to take the spotlight off of him. Him and Netanyahu. At least take the spotlight off of them for the things that a lot of them are being accused for. And that's not going to stop people from wanting to see those Epstein files. And that's not going to stop people from wanting him to be prosecuted for the crimes that he's committed. He's already walking around with 34 felonies and no consequence thus far to atone for those felonies. He's already doing that. And I think in his mind, he feels like, as long as I can keep America occupied, I don't have to worry about prison. But the one thing that he understood about America is that America is one of those places where you have a melting pot of people. And some people were treated fairly and some people were not. And the people that were not treated fairly, you would think that those are going to be the people that are going to hold you to what it is that you said you would do. You would think that those are going to be the people that were being disenfranchised the most. You would think that those are going to be the people that are colored folk. People who have been treated like they were on the lower of the totem pole the whole time they've been in this country. You would think that it would be us, but we're not the ones that's going to make him atone. The people that are going to make him atone are his own people. They are seemingly unhinged, and they are all self-destructing right in our faces. And I'm talking about the people who support Trump. I'm talking about so-called MAGA, whatever it is. Make America great again. Miss me with it, man. America was never great. It was never great. This has always been captivity. And no matter how they may have had great times here, people may have had extraordinary times here. a time to be talked about. People may have had that type of life, but the truth of the matter is this is always has been captivity. Make no mistake. And I think that Donald Trump knows that, as well as the other people that are involved in all of these felonious capers. All these felonious tales. But at the end of the day, the question is, what are we going to do about it now? What is the best action to take? Now, this man is over in that region warring with this country, and the American government already said that they are not backing him on this, such a thing. But yet and still, he decides to go over there anyway. I guess he feels like nobody's going to tell him anything because he is the chief over operations, which is the president, and he is over the military. Now, he may have to go through Congress to be able to get to the wallet, but as far as everything else goes, you know, he has some rights to move a certain type of way, him being the president. But I honestly do not believe, because I'm not an expert in the rights that the president may have. I know of some of the rights and some of the things that he cannot do and can do, but I don't know the full scope. So don't get me the line. I feel like he should have been stripped of a lot of privileges, and that would have stopped all of the shit that's going on right now. Because we personally don't have a problem with Iran. Iran hasn't done nothing to anybody that I know of in my community. I've not seen one Iranian do anything crazy. And I'm pretty sure I probably went to school with some. I've probably been around some on an everyday basis. I haven't seen anybody do anything. But the people that I have seen do a bunch of shit are the same said people who are at war right now with the Iranians. That don't make no sense, man. And I know some people say Iranian, tomato, whatever. I just feel like something got to be done. This man needs to leave office. And there needs to be an apology to these people. I feel like this whole shit is criminal. You want that land that does not belong to you in the first place. And you want this land. So you would rather eradicate all the people that live on this land so that you can get it. And you say that you are a son of God. How? How, Sway? How? Which God are you a son of? Because it's not the Most High. I mean, come on now. If you haven't done the research by now, you just never gonna get it. There is not one thing that would tie those people to that land. Definitely not bloodline. And it doesn't say that converts should inherit the land. It says the children of Israel. Israel meaning Jacob. Ashkenaz was not a son of Jacob. All right? Ashkenaz was a son of Japheth. But not Jacob. But anyway, and I already know it's going to be a lot of pushback and a lot of shit that's going to come behind this, especially coming from China. The man already tariffing people to death. You know, he's already fucked up with the allies that we had. Then he's furtherly detaching from everything, making himself an island. Now, I don't know what stock he believes that America has that's going to continue to have America in the forefront in the long run once he detaches America from everything else. Because I know you don't think that the people in America are better than the people everywhere else, because it's not about a thing of who's better. It's actually more so who can function better as a society. That's really what it comes down to. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm still trying to figure out what this man is talking about. You're saying that the objective was to go over there and to liberate the people and also to get rid of some very bad people, to get rid of some people that were evil people. That's what you said, allegedly. And he's probably going to say, well, I didn't necessarily say that somewhere down the line, because you know how he does. But I'm still trying to figure out, why are you trying to save us from them? We personally don't have problems with those people. You and your business constituents have problems with those people. We don't. So we're trying to figure out what and why are you saying that we have to protect the American people? I guess they have to say that, and they have to have some American interest in the war to be able to sell it to the people. But the government already said that they were not backing it. And you know that there are people who will back this type of bullshit, and there are people that will not go for it at the same time. People that will not tolerate this. After all, those are humans. And just watching the video, there is nobody there to pick up the pieces for these people. You just go and you just shoot missiles at places where people are living in, places where people are residing. And you go and you shoot these missiles with no regards to the people that's around. And then you're walking around telling people to go seek shelter and to do all this and do all that. And then you make other threats while on camera. You say things like, lay down your weapons, blah, 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 blah. Or you will surely see imminent death and all of that other shit. At the end of the day, America got a lot to atone for. And everybody may think this is it. But what people don't understand is these people are tied in with other countries. Other countries in which don't like America. You have Iran. You have Russia. You have China. You have North Korea. Those places in that area, they don't fuck with America. But they fuck with Iran. So when you're over there doing those types of strikes, then now you're going to have to deal with somebody else because you have got in the way of their business interests and whatever other interests they may have in that region. I'm telling you, shit gonna get crazy in a minute. It might seem like everybody's kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen next, to see how this if it's gonna spark off right now. But I'm gonna tell you, this dude is gonna be celebrated as if he is some type of hero, as if he's done something. And of course he had to say when he got done with the speech, yeah, the people that are over there are free now. Now they can run their own government. It's theirs to run. And it's easy to say that, but you got to think these are people that have been under that type of regime for years and years. So we got to see how this going to pan out. I already know it's going to be some. So when it go down, it's going down. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, Sunchild Beats Red Spot Podcast. I want y'all to make sure y'all check us out every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Don't miss a beat. Never know, if you miss a beat, you be missing the gym. And like I said before, missing the gym is expensive. Anyway, I'm going to salute y'all for right now. Make sure you leave a message in the comment. Let me know what the question of the day was so I know that you watched the video. Until then, I'm going to salute y'all and y'all be easy. Yep.
You are now tuned in to the Red Spot Podcast. Give me more of that.